Hi everyone, I am teacher Susan. In this lessons, we will learn how to sketch graph of quadratic functions. We will look into two types of graphs. First one is with roots, with one root or two roots. Yeah. And then another type of graphs is without roots. Without root. Okay, to sketch the graph of functions, quadratic function, right? Basically, we have two methods. One we use a factorization methods. Another one we call it completing the square. So we have two types of method. Factorization method. Another one we use completing the square method. Here in this video, we only will touch a little bit about completing the square because completing the square method, I will elaborate more in another video. You can find the link from here. Okay, you click the description, then you can find the link there. Okay, for the completing the square method. So we will only do a little bit about the idea about completing the square here. All right. When we say about sketch a graph means that the graph, you only have to show approximate about the shapes of the graph. You don't have to draw a very accurate graph. If you have to draw an accurate graph, we call it a plotting. So plot a graph and sketch a graph, two different ideas. So plotting a graph, you need to have a table. Okay, you calculate the value x and y. Okay, you calculate the value of x and y. Okay, mean x usually is a fixed value. You fix the value of x and then you calculate the value of y. After that, you need a graph paper. Okay, after that, you need to choose the correct scale. And then you plot the graph, you plot the point here, plot the coordinates. After that, you link all the points, and then that is a plotting. So plot graph must be an accurate one. But sketching, right? Sketching, you need to make sure three matters here are correct. Then your graph is correct. So which three matters? Firstly, for quadratic function, we learned that for quadratic function, it could be smiling graph or it could be a crying graph. So this means a shape. Firstly, you must make sure the shape is correct. If the graph is about smiling graph, then it must be look like a bending up. Okay, and if it's look like a crying graph, it should bend down. So the first thing, the shape. Then the second thing, you need to make sure the y-intercept is correct. How to find the y-intercept? The y-intercept is you let the value of x equal to 0. You substitute x by 0 and then see what is the corresponding y value. Okay, the value is c, for example here. So this is the second method. The third one, you must make sure the x-intercepts, it is the correct one. So x-intercept or one point that passes through the point, the graph is correct. So you have at least have three methods is correct. Firstly, the shape. Secondly, is y-intercept. And then third one, either one point or you make sure the x-intercept is correct. So what is x-intercept again? X-intercept is the root or roots. Okay, for quadratic graph, it could be three situations, right? For quadratic graph, it could be touch the x-axis at one point. It could be cut through the x-axis at 2 points, or it could be another situation which does not intersect the x-axis at all. So x-intercept are the roots. So how to find the roots? To find the roots, right, we let y equal to 0. Then from there, you find out what is x value. So x sometimes is 2 value, sometimes has only 1 value, sometimes you cannot find x. Okay, within our domain here, our scope here, we will look into two roots. Okay, we'll look into two roots. Okay, let's look at this example 8. Sketch the following graph. So firstly, we need to ensure the shape is correct. So the shape of the graph depends on the value of a. If a is a positive, right, then we sure that this one is a smiling graph. Okay, question A, it is a smiling graph. After that, I will suggest you to calculate the root first. So to calculate the roots, we let y equal to 0, or here we means fx, fx equal to 0. Let fx equal to 0, x squared minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Factorize it, we have x times x, 1 times 3, negative, negative, positive. We have two roots, x equals to 1 and x equals to 3. Now what we do is, we can draw the x-axis. Okay, this is x-axis. The graph cut through x-axis at 2 points, 1 and 3. Okay, 1 and 3. So where is the y-axis then? The y-axis is when x equal to 0. So x equal to 0, y-axis will be in front of 1. Okay, because y-axis means x equal to 0. Okay, x is 0. This is y-axis. So the last thing you need to do is find out the y-intercept. So let x equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, then f0 is 3. So the y-intercept is 3. Then that's all. So don't forget, you need to write down the labeling. So fx equals to x squared minus 4x plus 3. Done. We have done the first question, A. Okay, very quickly, we look into question B. Question B, firstly, A equals to 1. It is a smiling graph. So we will draw a smiling graph. Okay, hand drawing, and then must be one shot. After that, find the intercepts, find the root first. So let fx equal to 0. Fx equal to 0, we have x squared minus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. So the factorization, x times x, 3 times 3, negative 3 times negative 3. Okay, so we can see there are two roots, but two roots, they referring to 3 only. Means that the x-intercept touch the graph. The x-axis touch the graph at only one point, and this point is 3. Okay, x is 3. One root only. And then where is y-axis? Y-axis is x equal to 0, so before 3. This is the y-axis. Don't forget, we have y-intercept. So let x equal to 0. F0, you substitute x by 0, then we have 9. So the y-intercept is 9. Don't worry about the scale here. You're not necessary to worry about the scale. Why you will ask, teacher, 9, how come so short and then 3 so long? Doesn't matter. When we come to sketching, right? Doesn't matter. As long as 9, it is a positive, should be above x-axis. 3, it is a positive, should be at the right-hand side of y-axis. That's all you need to take care of. But last, don't forget to do label the graph of x equals to x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, look into question C. Question C, we can see that this A is equals to -1, means crane curve. Okay, draw a crane curve. Hi. Excuse me again. If you draw wrongly, use eraser, erase it and draw again. Okay, like that. Okay, erase it and draw again. Must be freehand and one shot. Okay, don't sketch like you are sketching a picture. Yeah, do not do this. Okay, don't do this. Right. So it is a crying graph. Then the next thing is we need to calculate the roots. So the roots negative x squared plus 2x plus 15 equal to 0. So let fx equal to 0. We want to find x. So we don't want to start with negative. Change all the sign. change all the sign is easier for you to do the factorization, or otherwise you actually can use the calculator, no worry. X times x, we have 3 times 5, negative goes to 5, positive goes to 3. So 2 roots here, x equals to negative 3 or x equals to 5. Now we can place our x-axis, right? Okay, x-intercept, negative 3 and 5. So this is on x-axis. Next, we need to draw y-intercept. So, y-axis. So y-axis is lying in between negative 3 and 5. And it is closer to negative 3. Yeah? It's closer to negative 3 because y-axis is x when x equal to 0. So 0 is closer to negative 3 than to 5. Then this is the thing you need to take care of. Okay, you need to make sure that the y-axis you put at the correct position. Okay, because this is the maximum point. You wouldn't like the the y-axis position put at the wrong side. Cannot be. So when x is 0, it's closer to negative 3. Therefore, y-axis right is closer to negative 3. After that, calculate y-intercept. Let x be 0, then we have y-intercept, which is 15. Okay, don't forget, label fx equals to negative x squared plus 2x plus 15. There you go. Okay, next questions, D. Okay, question D. Question D, we look into A. A is negative 2. Negative 2 means it is a crying graph. It is a crying graph. Draw a smooth curve. Okay, draw a smooth curve. This curve is not a very good one. It's not a perfect one because you can see that like the hand is not stable. Not like that. You need to draw a smooth curve here. After that, we need to calculate the roots. So let fx equal to 0. Then we have negative 2x squared plus 18 equal to 0. Okay, this question is a completed square form. Okay, how to see the completed square form? You can see x squared, then no more other x, no more the middle terms. So this one basically is a completed square form. For completed square form, right, well, we can use another method. We move this 18 to the other side, become negative 18. We move this negative 2 to the other side, we have x squared equals to negative 18 divided by negative 2, which is 9. So x could be positive or negative 3. X will be positive or negative 3. Square root 9, you get 3. Okay, but we have two values. X could be positive, it could be negative. Because positive 3 times positive 3, you get 9. Negative 3 times negative 3, you still get 9. Therefore, x has two values. Now we can draw the x-axis. Okay, this graph is not very perfect because you can see it's not symmetrical. So please, when you draw it on the paper, make sure that it's symmetrical. So we have x equals to 3, negative 3, and x equals to 3. Okay, so y-axis. Y-axis should lies in between negative 3 and 3. Okay, because 3 and negative 3, it is kind of balanced. So y-intercept will be in between negative 3 and 3. Okay, so maximum point, you can see the maximum point is actually the y-intercept as well. Okay, we have y-axis. Calculate y-intercept, we let x be 0. Then we have y-intercept, which is equal to 18. 18. More or less done. Okay, haven't finished yet. What we need to do is labeling. So x equals to fx equals to negative 2x squared plus 18. Finish. So please try to sketch the graph and find the next video that is the answer. The answer for the next exercise. Okay, please find the exercise and try to sketch the graph. See you in the next video.